Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to Dr. Kabarudin and to my fellow friends. My name is HUSNINA HAZWAN binti Azizuddin, and I am from TESL B2. Today, I will be present about special education philosophy. Okay, this is the content that we're going to learn. First, we're going to learn about what is special education. Second, what is special child? Special education philosophy in Malaysia. The description of special education philosophy. Special education program. Special education categories. Philosophy of childhood education. And last but not least, why do teachers need to know about the philosophy of early education? So let's begin. What is special education? So, special education is a program designed specifically to meet the various needs of special students, including the use of special materials, special equipment, and techniques according to the level of ability and capability of students that involved with mental development, emotional stability, and social integrations. So what you mean by here that special education is just like formal education, but with modifications, so it can meet the needs of special child. But what is special child? Okay, special child is a child that identified and confirmed by the clinical professionals to have problems that interfere with the learning process. So remember, the child will be considered as a special child when they are identified and confirmed by the clinical professional. Okay, based on Kurt, educating exceptional children who differ from average or normal children, such as in mental characteristics, sensory abilities, in neural and muscular or physical characteristics, in social or emotional behavior, in communication ability, and multiply differences that require modified special education services so they can grow to the maximum capacity. Meanwhile, by Chua Tete, what is special education? Children who are intellectually, physically, socially, emotionally do not achieve normal growth until they cannot fully benefit from the normal school plan. So remember, children, special children, are the children who are intellectually, physically, socially, and emotionally do not achieve the normal growth of normal children. The special education philosophy in Malaysia. So the special education philosophy has the same goal as the national education philosophy, which covers all the aspects of education. It provides for the optimal development of children with special need to function as skilled, independent, oriented individuals, can plan, manage their own life, be aware of the potentials, and adapt to society. So what I mean by here that special education philosophy literally has the same goal as a national or formal education philosophy. They want the children to survive in the future. Okay, that's the definitions. Okay, next one is the descriptions of special education philosophy. So first of all, to emphasize education for all, what I mean by here that everyone, including the special children, need to go to school, need to learn. No one is exceptional. Okay. The next one is to provide intellectual and psychomotor skills in a comprehensive and integrated manner. The next one is to reinforcing the situation that children with special needs are essentially children, even though they are different. Okay, even though they are different, they are still children. We need to take care of them as a teacher. And the next one is to produce individuals with higher with high awareness, passion, loyalty, aspirations, and values to unite and form unity among society. So this is the moral value of the special education philosophy. Okay, provide individual with high moral values, pleasing personality, responsible, disciplined, progressive, and contribute to the development of the nation and country. Okay, even though they are special children, they still can make it just like the normal children. They can prove to the world that they are brave, they are strong, they can do just like the normal children do. So the next one is to provide children with special education to learn with normal children. And the last one is special education is a part of formal education with modification where necessary. So just like I said before, special education is just like the formal national educations, but with modifications to meet the needs of the special child. Okay, special education programs. Special education programs in Malaysia are implemented through first special schools. So, special school is a school that provide an education for children with special needs or disability. There are actually many different types of special schools, but essentially they all educate children whose needs cannot meet within the mainstream setting. Okay, in Bahasa Malaysia we call it as Sekolah Pendidikan Khas. The next one is the Integrated Special Education Program. It is for the pioneer classes for underprivileged primary school pupils with hearing and other learning disabilities throughout the nation. So this is for the underprivileged peoples. The next one is special rehabilitation. It is a treatment that usually focuses on specific disabilities such as blind, deaf, physical and intellectual disability. The next one is the dyslexia programs. It's a learning foundation for the child, especially in the areas of spelling, reading, and calculations. The last one is the vocational education special educations that include technical and vocational. So this actually helps them explicitly to acquire work ability that can be helpful for their future career. The special education categories. So children in special education programs are those who have difficulty learning in regular streams. There are three streams, which is learning disabilities, hearing impairment, or we call that as deaf, and the last one, vision impairment or blind. They need to use the braille to read. Okay, at the right side of the slide, we can see the situations of special school or Sekolah Pendidikan Khas. Okay, we're going to learn about philosophy of early childhood education too. Okay, maximum development of the brain related to the senses and language occurs when a child reaches the first years of its age, and cognitive development occurs rapidly at the age of 2 to 3 years old. Okay, what it means by cognitive development. So cognitive development means how the children think, how the children explore and figure things out. This view is actually similar to Piaget's theories that cognitive development occurs rapidly during the motor sensory stage from birth to 2 years of age. At this stage, children use many motor senses such as sucking, crying, and holding. Furthermore, at this stage, the child develops its basic skills and knowledge, which involve the following 4 characteristics. First, the knowledge of the objects, the reason for something happened, time, and space. According to the Piaget theory, the second stage of the cognitive development is the pre-operational stage that involves with 2 to 6 years old children. At this stage, children begin to use symbols or names for objects around them. After that, the children will learn to associate names with objects. Their thinking is now more concrete, egocentric, but they still do not understand the concept of retentions. So what it means is that they know how to pronounce the words, but they don't know how actually the words function as. Okay, for example, eat. They know how to pronounce it, but they don't know what it exactly means by it. The focus of observations at this point is on one aspect only. By the end of this stage, children's egocentric attitudes diminish and they begin to construct more general and abstract schemas and solve problems. Okay, the next one is the playing is a necessity as it is a way for children to learn about something and understand the world around them. Play activities actually promote children mastery in practicing the certain skills. Imam Al-Ghazali and famous philosophers emphasize the aspect of play. Young children begin to form self-concept, the development perceptions and feeling about themselves. So here, the teachers, the parents play the important role to develop a healthy self-concept for the children. The last but not least is why do teachers need to know about the philosophy of early education? So first of all, teachers need to have a goal in every action taken. So as a teacher, we need to know what are we doing. Okay, we cannot simply teach the students and left them behind. Okay, we need to have goal. Okay, the next one is teachers need knowledge of the ideas of philosophers because this helps them to choose the right program for the students. This gives them the confidence to perform their duties as a teachers. So when the teacher know about the philosophy of early education, they will be braver, and they will confident to teach the students. The next one is the idea contains in the philosophy of education can help the teacher understand the way to implement the teaching strategies. So as you all know that kids' mentality is not the same as the adult and the teenager mentality. So the early childhood educators need to know the right skills to teach the kids, the children. The next one is explorations, analysis, and the awareness of the ideas of philosophers. Early childhood educators will inspire them to re-evaluate their views and motivate them to always do their best. As we learn about the philosophy of early education, we will have more knowledge, okay, on children. Okay, the next one is the philosophy of education that teacher embrace help in interactions with students and can also help the teacher to understand more deeply about the teaching practices. So as I said before, when the teachers know about the philosophy of early education, they can develop the right skills to teach the students. And last but not least, the philosophy that teachers embrace will change as they learn more theories of early childhood education. Means the teacher will acquire knowledge related to child development and teaching practices. They can gain experience by teaching in the classroom. So this is the question for today's class. So this is my reference. So that's all from me. Thank you.